What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. That's right. Today we're going to be addressing the whole SUGE Knight situation, man. A lot of people wonder what happens to famous individuals that get locked up, okay? There's a lot of different things that could happen. There's a lot of famous people that go to protective custody, and there's a lot of famous people that don't, okay? I'm pretty sure, like Lil Boosie, I'm pretty sure he was in general population. A handful of other famous rappers went to general population. And there's also a bunch of other famous rappers that went to protective custody. So the question here is, what's going to happen to SUGE Knight? If, since they're saying he took a plea agreement of 28 years in lockup. And now keep in mind, this is a plea agreement, okay? And, there's a few things I want to talk about during this whole, because I watched a video of him in the courtroom during this plea agreement, pleading guilty or whatever, no contest, that's what he pleaded. And there's a few things that I noticed during this video, all right? PC, let's talk about PC first, though. Protective custody. Will SUGE Knight go to protective custody? I don't think he will. I really don't think he will. Unless maybe a warden or some kind of security administrator that's head of the security of that compound says, hey, you are going to protective custody whether you like it or not. Now here, look, check it out. First of all, protective custody, a lot of people think it's a smooth ride. But guess what? If you got 28 years to do, which I don't think SUGE's going to do the whole 28. Just keep that in mind. Mark my words. When time comes, I do not believe he's going to do the full 28. I think he'll probably do about 15, if that. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I think there's a lot of other things at play that aren't in the media's limelight just yet. You know what I mean? But check it out. PC, man. Protective custody. Yes, people can get things done in protective custody. They can. Okay, but for real, for the most part, it's pretty much like going to the hole. You're not really going to be around any other individuals. You're not really going to have the extent of what you can do to make your time easier in prison or jail is going to be lowered dramatically because you're not in the mix. You're not in the mix. You're sitting in a cell by yourself. Of course, you're safe. But I'll tell you this right now. Just 1 year in protective custody will drive you absolutely insane. Some people got stronger mind states and they can handle that stuff. But me, I'm the type of inmate, I gotta be around other people. It's cool to go to the hole for like a week or two, and then you're like, damn, I'm like, damn, I gotta get the hell out of here. I gotta go play some poker. I gotta get in the mix a little bit, man. That's what kills my time, is dealing with other individuals. And I think SUGE is gonna be in general population. Like I said, unless the warden or wherever he goes, he might go to a medical compound because he claims he has a lot of medical issues. And you gotta keep this in mind too. SUGE has his hands in a lot of stuff. Believe it or not, his hands are into a lot of stuff, man. Shoot, he had two attorneys that were charged with threatening witnesses during his case. Trying to bribe them, So in order for SUGE to get these lawyers to put their reputation and job on the line, and obviously they were charged with this crime, so probably ruined their careers, he still has a little bit of power, man, for real. And he probably has a little bit of money on the side that a lot of people don't even know about. But is SUGE Knight going to go to PC? I don't think he will. A lot of people might disagree with me. I know, I think I read an article, a sergeant in LA County said that he was going straight back to general population. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to stay like that. I think SUGE wants to be in the mix. I think, believe it or not, he's going to still have some soldiers in lockup. I think he's going to be just fine in general population, to be honest. But he does have a lot of enemies, okay? A lot of enemies. But you never know, people with all these enemies, okay? Especially, the kind of stuff that he deals with. A lot of people are from the streets. They're going in and out of jail themselves, okay? So when you have a lot of enemies, you never know who you're going to see in lockup, man. That might want to get some payback, some revenge, or whatever the case is. So, safety's not always guaranteed. So even though I think that he might be all right in the penitentiary or jail and general population, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. And I know that with this plea agreement, a lot of people think plea agreements are like, I'll plead guilty to this, okay? Just because the judge was trying to say he was going to give me life. Okay, I understand that. 28 years is better than saying life, but in all actuality, SUGE, how old is he? Like 57? Something like that, 58? He's old. And 28 years, he's going to get out in his 80s. You know, that's just the simple facts of life. 80-some years old, getting out of prison. He's probably going to die in the penitentiary if that's the case. If he's going to serve 28 years in prison, just be prepared to see his obituary coming straight out the freaking penitentiary. You know, surviving on the streets and being alive until you're 80-something, that's a huge task, even on the streets, not in lockup. Because nowadays, you know, you got all this cancer and so much stuff going on that is killing people at young ages. But my honest opinion when it comes to PC, will he go to PC? Will he get got in prison? I think he's going to be in general population his whole bid, and I think he's going to be all right. But I'll tell you another thing, and you know, this goes to any famous individuals that might be facing crimes later on in life. I recommend you not even ask for PC. If you get PC, okay, if you get PC protective custody, you're going to have to let your lawyer or not even your lawyer, you're going to have to let the judge handle that decision, because this is what happens. And this has happened plenty of times. A lot of famous people ask for people. You got to remember, when you're famous, everything's recorded, you know. Everything gets written down and it's handed to the press, okay? And then everyone reads it. And check it out. If you ask for PC and you're famous, let's say you're a famous gangster rapper, you claim to be a gangster on the streets, and then you go in there and you're begging for protective custody, and then the judge denies your protective custody, guess what? The tabloids are going to read, gangster rapper. He begged and pleaded for protective custody, judge denies it. Guess what? These people on lockup are going to read it and be like, man, this dude, man, for real? You know, he's trying to get up in this PC. He thinks he's better than us. It can definitely backfire on these famous individuals to ask for PC. So it's usually, you know, if I become super famous, which I might, I ain't never asking for PC. I don't give a damn what kind of anything's going on. I'm not asking for PC. I'll let the freaking judge handle that situation, or the jail, or the warden. But me personally, I would never ask for PC. But then again, who knows, you know? There could be a situation where I know for a fact as soon as I go into population, they're going to chop my freaking head off. Let's say I'm in Brazil. I might want some PC if I'm up in Brazil, my friends. I've been talking a lot about Brazil. Brazil penitentiaries are insane. They are insane, man, for real. And there's a lot of other countries, Mexico, Colombia, they got some crazy freaking prisons. I'll tell you what, but the videos I've been seeing from Brazil are absolutely insane, man. It's like, damn, you know. But all actuality, all jokes aside, I myself, no matter what kind of status I have in life, I would never want PC. I gotta be around other people, man. That's just how I gotta do time. Now, if warden or something tells me I gotta go PC, guess what? I'm gonna be fighting tooth and nail to get out of there. I'm gonna be begging them. Look, man, I'll be all right. I swear I'll follow all the rules. Just get me out of this PC bull crap. But I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Suge has got to watch his back 24/7. And let's get back to his body language in the courtroom. Check it out. All the trials before this, you know, he went out in medical issues and is like, you know, collapsed in his seat and stuff. Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing. Everyone sees what you're doing. But in all actuality, in this one, okay, when he pled no contest today with his lawyer and all that, his body language is totally different. Totally different, my friends. Go watch the video. Go watch the videos before, you know, let's say, you know, when he collapsed in the courtroom, what he was going to be charged with and all that stuff. Go watch them. And look how concerned his face is, okay? And I'm telling you right now, the concern in his face was not fake. Maybe some of the other stuff was fake, like collapsing in the courtroom, this, that, and third, coming out in a wheelchair. That might have been fake and set up to try to persuade the judge or whatever that he has medical issues, okay? Understand that. But there is a look in his face, stress and concern. Now, this recent video of him taking the plea bargain, no contest to a certain manslaughter charge, look at his facial expressions. He's upbeat. He's actually not even worried about what the judge is saying too much. He's talking to the deputy at one point, and his whole facial expressions, okay, his body language shows that he's at ease. It's almost as though he's became at one with the reality of what's going on, okay? And that's probably the best way to feel when you're in lockup, to come to terms with reality that, hey, I'm going to prison and that's all there is to it. Let's get it done and over with. But at the same time, 28 years, regardless of the situation, you know, would have me stressed out. But from watching this video and looking at all of his body language, I can almost guarantee there's something going on where he knows he's going to be perfectly alright. You know what I mean? His whole composure is totally different. You can tell a lot about a person. You know, in some major trials, okay, murder cases, mass murder cases, they have people that sit in the courtroom and watch people's body language. The body language tells a lot, you know. Doing time and being around criminals my whole life, I can easily see through a bunch of bullcrap. Now, there are some people where you can't read. They're good at that body language, you know what I mean? But for the most part, being around all these kinds of crazy criminals my whole life and seeing, you know, I've seen a lot, man, going to prison and jail numerous times. I've seen a lot of people lie, and, you know, their body language is what gives it away. The eyes, man, the eyes, the way they respond to certain questions or answers, you can tell a lot about an individual. And a lot of these people out here in the streets, they don't know anything that I'm talking about. They get got on a regular basis. When I mean getting got, I'm talking about not just getting raped in prison or tricked out in prison. No, I'm talking about, when I say getting got, I'm talking about these people will fall for anything. You know what I mean? Scam artists, whatever the case is. There's a lot of people on the streets that can't read between the lines. They can't even distinguish if a person's lying to them or not. Especially in relationships, man. A lot of men out there and women, it's like, God. Like, you can't tell that your freaking supposedly significant other's lying straight to your freaking face, or are you in denial? Which one, you know? I mean, just go read a book, you know? There's books in prison that I've read, and I don't know how these inmates got them, because I know they didn't get from the library, and I know they didn't get them mailed in. I don't know how they got them. Certain books in prison are banned. For real, they're banned. They're like, you can't have them because it teaches inmates certain things. And one of these books I read, it was from an ex-CIA or Fed agent. I can't remember what kind of organization he was from, but he talked about body language, okay? One of his major topics in the book was how to determine if someone is lying or trying to get something from you, okay? This book was amazing. And I already knew some of these signs. I already knew the majority of the signs that he talked about. But at the same time, I learned a lot as well, because there were some things that I was like, damn, you know what? Now that I look back at some of the things that happened in my life, I can honestly say this guy knows his stuff. To sum all this up with SUGE KNIGHT and all this, man, I'll tell you right now, homeboy, man, I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be all right in lockup. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. But there is a huge chance that he might not be all right. You know, he might just, you know, start pushing them daisies. By another inmate. You know, you never know, especially when you got a lot of enemies. So I'll let y'all discuss this topic in the comment section. I can't wait to see people's comments on this. I know it's going to be a wide variety. But until the next time, tonight, man, tonight the Halloween journey starts. That's right. I'm going to this Halloween theme park. I'm going to get some good content for y'all to bring, kind of like a vlog type of view of it. Tomorrow morning or Sunday morning, whichever one. It's coming soon, but the Halloween's kicked off, and I can't wait to bring all this spooky content y'all's way. Hopefully I don't see no freaking soda cans or anything, you know. This room, hey, it's funny, because I made a video on Lucy the other day, and if you look closely, she's always barking at this room for no apparent reason. I mean, it's not all the time. That's what makes me wonder about it. I can understand if she's barking all the time because of the lights or something, but she doesn't do that. She comes in the room, lays down on a regular basis and doesn't do anything. You know, she just chills. But a lot of occasions she comes in a room and she won't walk in the room. Something's going on in this room that freaks her out. If you look at the video the other day, she was barking and yapping at this room, and then first thing she did, okay? Hold on. The first thing she did, she walked over here in the corner of the room and stared at this. Check it out. She stared at Baby Groot. Go watch the video. She walked in the room after barking at it for 10 minutes straight with her hair up and walked straight to Baby Groot. This little Baby Groot that I thought was such good luck, and I think he is still, I'll tell you right now, man, something ain't right with this thing. I mean, just look at his beady little eyes. Focus, camera. Look at his beady little eyes. You know, sometimes I feel like this little Groot is staring at me. And sometimes his head wiggles when it shouldn't be wiggling. I'm like, what the hell's going on with Baby Groot, man? I hope you ain't haunted, bro. Hope you ain't. God, his eyes feel like it's staring at me into my soul, man. But you are a cute little buddy. But anyways, go watch that video of Lucy, man. She comes in here and goes straight to Baby Groot. Crazy, crazy things. Spooky times, man. It's Halloween. It's Halloween. And I can't wait to get this stuff started later on tonight. I'm going out to this amusement park that has nothing but haunted material. It turns the whole amusement park into haunted content, man. And it's great. I love it. I go numerous times a year. And I think y'all are going to enjoy it as well. I'm taking a GoPro. I'm not taking this big thing. But hopefully the GoPro shows some good footage. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, until next time, do not forget to check out all the links in the description of the video. Go buy yourself some merchandise. People have buying t-shirts, sweatshirts, a lot lately, man. It makes me proud to know that people are walking around wearing Lockdown 23 and 1 gear. And believe it or not, the shirts are tight, man. You know what I mean? They're tight. So go buy yourself some merchandise on the link in the description of the video, as well as add me up on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. And as always, I want to salute every last one of you who have been supporting me on this journey since the beginning, and everyone who is just now hitting that like and subscribe button, man. Y'all be easy out there. And I don't know SUGE Knight at all, but guess what? My prayers go out to him and his family, man. I hope he gets over this and at least tries to enjoy whatever amount of life that he might have left.